Taurus, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your week ahead read. So this is for March 29th through April 3rd. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Again, this is your week ahead read. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is a general read, so keep that in mind. This is general, meaning it's going to be about, you know, money, love, career, family, all of the above. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully it resonates with majority of you. You want to check your other signs to make sure you're not missing out on any additional information. Any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. And if you'd hit the subscription icon, that would be fantastic. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below. All right, so you have Golden Palace coming out. There's always enough. So this always talks about, you know, good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, prosperity, blessings. So good blessings coming in for you this week. Let's see what the cards have to say. But Taurus, right off the bat, this talks about, this seems like there's going to be some sort of balance here, but also, you know, some fruition here. I don't even think that's what I was trying to say. I think I want to basically say, like, there's going to be some fruitful times ahead this week. So you guys already have me flustered. There must be some good news on the horizon, some good energy on the horizon. All right, let's see what's going on for you guys, Taurus, for this week. You start out with the King of Pentacles, so not bad. The King of Pentacles is very stable. The King of Pentacles is, whoa, your cards are like trying to fly out all over the place here. The King of Pentacles is a very stable but very business-like energy. So maybe you're next to the King of Cups. So you have a lot of, I mean, this is big court cards coming out with the Kings, talking about communicating with somebody about business, communicating with somebody about money, entrepreneurship of some sort. King of Pentacles could just talk about, you know, hey, I got a job and I'm feeling good about it. Again, something to do with the communication here, because the King of Cups is very much a communicative card, okay? The King of Cups talks about somebody who, you know, basically like, hey, what is that old saying of, like, you know, sell ice to an Eskimo or something like that, where it's like, you know, you're good at what you do, you're good at, maybe it's sales, maybe it's something along those lines, that you're going to feel like you're finally making some strides. Or for some of you, it's selling a company or a piece of company, or maybe you're selling things online. You could be making money, making trades on deals online, because again, the King of Pentacles is a stable energy, and it's definitely, you know, an earth sign energy, which is money, which you guys are earth sign, but this is a business like, so something's on your mind, making the dollar bills, feeling like, I want to change. I get this feeling of like, needing to change, you know, direction. Like I want to be able to get a new refrigerator if mine breaks, or I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck, which, you know, I don't remember the percentage I read recently, but it's, you know, like millions and millions of people who, you know, have to live that way. And the economy is, you know, a mess right now. So, but there's something here with this King of Pentacles where you're leaving emotion out of it. So whether it's you know, changing things up that you weren't wanting to have to change things up, or leaving, you know, a position behind, moving on to something else, or maybe you've just been looking. The King of Cups talks about, you know, putting the word out there, like, hey, I'm looking for something else. Because then you have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is value, and it talks about feeling trapped. It also talks about, what do you value the most? Is it a financial value, or is it, you know, a spiritual value, or is it a family value? What is it? And the Nine of Pentacles is saying, maybe you're working so hard, Taurus, then all of a sudden you're realizing with this Five of Wands, you know, it's catching up to me. The Five of Wands is chaos, priorities, competition. So kids, and it could be that you're married, or maybe you're dating, or maybe you're, you know, single and wanting to date. The Five of Wands is talking about all these different things being thrown at you, Taurus, and you have to make big decisions, and you're kind of trying to keep everything together. And then you know, you're trying to, this communication's almost like, okay, I'll get those numbers to you, or okay, I've got this to do, okay, I've got to get the kids to baseball, or I've got to, there's a lot going on here, a lot on your plate. And the Nine of Pentacles is kind of a trap. Well, okay, I need to make sure that I spend time with my kids. I need to make sure that my fur babies are taken care of. I need to make sure that I'm taken care of personally and whatnot. And so the Nine of Pentacles is like, how do I get all of this done? You know, what's the most important? And maybe this is, you know, has to do with it. Maybe you're taking something else or moving on to a different career, or for some reason, again, they keep telling me selling something. So I don't know if maybe you've figured out a way. You know I once knew somebody who would go to like Goodwill or the used bookstores or whatever and find books that actually were worth a lot of money. And he made, you know, I don't know, 40 grand or something, 50 grand. And he worked his own hours. He could do it whenever he wanted. So I feel like there's maybe an opportunity here, or some of you are stepping back from something because there's so much on your plate. You need to figure it out. Yeah. And the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of interesting. This almost feels like, again, a change in jobs or working on something else, like a side hustle. That's it. A side hustle. Some of you are working on a side hustle. Like, how can I still make money, or how can I like make up for, you know, lost money, or we need to finally buy a house. You know, some of you are expanding family, etc. And this talks about, you know, the Eight of Pentacles, work, 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 work. But your main concern here is this Five of Wands, which is that, you know, chaos, that getting my priorities straight so that there, it's like competition for your time. Everybody wants a piece of you, Taurus, and you're kind of like, how do I figure this out? But it all pays off. That's the biggest thing here. It's a big payoff. Now, the Four of Cups talks about like, oh, am I wasting my time? Am I being taken for granted? Am I, and that's the biggest thing here with the business is like, some of you have that side hustle or something that you can revert to, or somebody's boss here is really irritating me. I don't know. And probably everybody could be like, oh, my boss irritated, but somebody's boss is coming out as this King of Pentacles, and you're sitting here like at night going, you know, did I do the numbers? Did I, or I work my ass off? Did they not see this? Like, how come I'm treated like, you know, the gum on the bottom of their shoe, but you know, like they take advantage of me, or, you know, am I just wasting my time here? But I don't think so, because there's something on the side, I think, that you could hustle towards, or there's something that's going to bring you major opportunity here, big time opportunity that could be pretty special. Actually, it's almost like it could become a family affair, you know, like that show Shark Tank or whatever, where they, you know, they come up with these new ideas and all that. I don't know. It could be for some of you just putting the pedal to the metal and making this happen. Because interesting here, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is like, boom, take off. It's like energetic. The Knight of Wands is somebody who is like, I'm not stopping till I get where I need to be. Or, you know, I'm going to make sure that it's flaming hot. Now, this is also, if you're in a relationship, this is like, you know, putting a little more romance into it. If you're single, this is, hey, you know, maybe a nice makeout session would, you know, do the trick and, you know, help lower my anxiety, or, you know, I work so hard, I deserve like to meet somebody and have a good time, and you know, deserve a little self time as well. So the Knight of Wands could suggest, you know, meeting somebody new. The Knight of Wands could suggest, if you're in a relationship, or if you're seeing somebody, putting a little more energy into it, or, you know, finding the time to kind of have a little romance, even if it's something like, you know, I'm going to send him or her you know, a card to work or something that I know will show up this week. I don't know. For whatever reason, they're saying it's like the little things that count. And then you have the Two of Wands here, and the Two of Wands is planning goals. This is, you know, getting those priorities in straight. So whatever you have going on here that feels like chaos is going to bust wide open. And yes, it may seem like more chaos, but what's interesting is it's like controlled chaos, and you're going to feel like you finally have some sort of direction with this Two of Wands. Like, you know exactly where you're going. Like, I'm only going to work for this boss man for so long. And then I packed up my desk and I'm ready to go. Because again, for a lot of you, they're saying like a side hustle, or, you know, finally making enough on something else you can do, or maybe, you know, whatever it is for you, there's fortune coming in, or there's good things, blessings coming in. So just keep that in mind, Taurus. It's going to be an amazing week. Again, maybe a little chaotic, and you know, you may feel trapped at times because it's like, well, you know, got to make the money and feed the kids, but at the same time, you know, there's got to be some sort of balance as well, to where it's not, you know, a stress, a struggle, where you're laying awake at night saying, does anybody see what it is I'm doing? Like, are my efforts known? So, all right, Taurus, have a good week.